Hello everyone and welcome back to the final part of the series How You Should Learn Pandas for Data Analysis in 2023. I hope you had fun following along in the series so far. I've had fun making this series so far. In today's topic, we'll cover grouping, aggregating and hierarchical indexing using pandas. This is a little bit of an advanced topic, but we'll take a look at it in a simple way. Before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest of data analysis in pandas, Python and Excel. Let's take a look at what we covered so far. In this series, we have covered how to load custom data in pandas using a custom dictionary object. We took a look at an understanding of how to access rows and columns using iloc and loc techniques. Then we took a look at filtering your data in pandas and adding new columns. Then in the last episode, we took a look at data analysis in pandas using the pandas data frames inbuilt methods. Now let's take a look at, and also we took a look at the concatenating and merging of new data in the pandas data frame. Now let's take a look at another topic called grouping, aggregating and hierarchical indexing in pandas, which will further help you during your data analysis task. So I will leave a link in the description to all the previous videos of the series so you can follow along by looking at those videos first, or if you already are familiar with these topics, we can directly proceed ahead. So let's take a look. Let's access the data frame as we have seen in the previous series. Okay, and you can see this data frame now consists of 10 rows from 0 to 9 because we have concatenated some other data in the previous series, and it has 5 variables: name, age, occupation, gender, salary, and there are 10 observations for each variable. Now for my data analysis, I do not need the name variable because it's not giving me any useful information, so I'll just remove this name variable. I can do that using the drop command from the data frame, but I will show you another technique for doing the same. Let's say I just do the data frame.columns. Okay, let us see that. And I want the name column, so I'll select from age to salary, copy it, and now I'll assign a new data frame variable. Okay, I'll access the data frame, and as a list I'll pass the list of the columns that I want. You can see I've omitted name from here and I've included all the other columns. So I'll run this, and now my data frame, if I access it, you can see there is no name column. Now let us analyze this data by using the GroupBy function, which is a very neat function for grouping your categorical variables and doing statistical analysis on your numerical variables after they are grouped by the categories. So let us see. I can call data frame dot GroupBy, that is the name of the function. Okay, and I will pass as a list the categories by which I want to group. So I want to group by occupation and gender. Okay, and now I can run some statistical computation on the numerical variables, that is age and salary. So let us do mean. Okay, and now you can see it has grouped by occupation and gender, and for each of the groups it has done some statistical analysis. It has given the mean age and the mean salary. I can do similar. I can add standard deviation here, and it has given me the standard deviation. Now let us say I want to do more complex statistical analysis, where I want to do the statistical analysis of this occupation and gender category, but I want to do multiple analysis. So I want mean, max, standard deviation, multiple things. So how can I do that? I can use the aggregate function. So let's do it here only. So I'll just call the agg function, and here I'll pass the list of the operations that I want to do. Say I want mean, max, let's do min, and one more, that is count. And let us run this, and you can see for each of the group and for each of the numerical variables, it has given me the mean, max, minimum and the count. So you can see each group has 2 counts, and it has given me the mean, max, min and count for age, for the age numerical variable, and similar mean, max, min and count for the salary numerical variable. So this is a very, very useful function. And what's even more beautiful about this is that you can have your own function apart from the default functions given in pandas. So let us say I want to define my own function. So let's say I want to return the 90th quantile. So I'll say get 90 quantile. Okay, and here I can return x dot quantile, pass 0.9. Okay, that means all of the data is 90% of the data is below this value. Okay, now I can directly call this function here. All I need to do is pass the function name, but I we need not use single quotes because it's a custom function. So I'll say get 90 quantile and run this, and you can see now it has written me the 90 quantile. I mean 90% of the data is below this value for age and for a salary. So you can see the power of this function. Okay, now let's take a look at, let us assign this to a variable, and let us take a look at multiple indexing. I'll assign this to the group variable and run this. Okay, now if I run this variable group, if I call this variable group dot index and run this, you can see this shows me it's a multiple index, not a single index, it's a multiple index. Similarly, I can run group by column, and your columns also are multi-index. Okay, show me columns also are multi-index. So how to access multi-index? So this so for accessing multi-index or hierarchical indexes, we have to use tuples, and we'll use the lock technique as we've seen earlier. Only there's a small change by using this technique for multi-indexes. So let us see how to do that. So say I want to, let us take a look at this group data frame now. Okay, say I want to access only the rows for where the doctors are female and the nurses are male. I want to access only these two rows. So how do I access that? So we'll use just remember your log technique. If you want to revise the log technique, you can take a look at my video in the series where I've shown the log technique. I think the second part of the series covers the log and the allot technique, or else you can directly follow along here. So I separated by a comma for rows and columns, and here I passed a list, okay, for the rows I want to access, but instead of directly passing the index, I pass a tuples here. Okay, so I say pass a list of tuples. So I say doctor, comma, F, and let us access all the columns for that. And you can see it has written for doctor F, it has written the age and the salary and all the numerical computations, right, statistical computations. So now say I want to access nurse and M as well. So I just add that as another list, another tuple in the list. So I say nurse M. I run this, just give me nurse M. I can do the same thing, this multi-index for the columns as well. I want to access only age, mean and the salary maximum values. So again, I'll pass a list of tuples here. Okay, age, mean, comma, another tuple in the list, salary, comma, max. I run this, so you can see for doctor who's a female and nurse who's a male, I've got the mean age and the salary and the maximum salary for that group. Now I can also pass ranges as we did in the log operator, as we've seen in the second part of the series, but I can use the colon operator. I need to remove the list here, and I can pass the colon operator. So it will return me a range here. You can see it is written from doctor to lawyer, 3 rows, and it has returned the columns only mean age and maximum salary. So I hope you enjoyed this series so far, and this should give you the basic skills in pandas to apply to any large data set, because you have learned from the basics. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel for all the latest of data analysis in pandas, Python and Excel. And if you like this video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below if you want me to make any other series on data analysis. I'll be making more series on data analysis in Python, pandas and Excel. Thank you.